Hello friends, this is Olga, mature medical student from Ukraine and here as a 5th year medical student. We have 6 years in total, so it's I feel kind of that I'm about to graduate, but of course there are 2 years of study, but anyway it's a bit closer to the end. Now, maybe after 3rd year, I didn't feel so much excitement when I just applied for the specialty and how I prepared, how it was challenging for me to pass the at least chemistry test, and yeah, it was so. But now I'm a bit more relaxed. And I'm feeling that, yeah, of course, I will be a doctor, I will have the doctor's diploma, and I think this is the time to think what's next. I mean, what specialty I want to enter and what I have to do for this. And also I have heard about this statement from another medical student that already graduated from Ukrainian universities, and they have their vlogs. They told me that at the end, at the graduation ceremony, they felt they had these thoughts that there was nothing special in study in medical university. Yeah, of course it is hard, it is challenging because it's time consuming and takes a lot of efforts. But anyway, the most important is to, as soon as possible, to find out which doctor each person wants to be. Because the situation is that some people, not much of them, they know from the very first year which kind of doctor they want to be. The majority of people, they come to university, to medical university with opinion that they want to be, for example, a surgeons or some cool specialties they know, but then during study they understand that these specialties are very hard, and actually they don't want to work like that. They don't want to have this kind of hard lifestyle. So usually people up to the end of the study, they're changing their minds. Some people, they don't know even at the 6th year what they want to do in their life, and actually it's very bad. These people even may have the excellent marks, the best marks, but if they don't know what they want to do in their life, I mean what kind of doctors they want to be, it's bad. So I feel that my group mates, I think the majority, they already think about what kind of doctors they want to be, and maybe they already know what exactly they want to do, but no one tells about it to each other, maybe just to some certain friends, 1 or 2, but not to everybody. And I think it's kind of tradition in Ukraine to keep some very important decisions and plans in a secret. And it has some, I think, basement, because usually when you're telling that what you exactly want to do, your plans, they usually go wrong after. I don't know what is like bad luck or I don't know, but usually it's better to not tell if the person already have this decision about specialty, or I think anything important in the life. And so yeah, it's like this. So this kind of feelings I have now about my group mates, about me, and also I'm thinking for residency, because after graduation there should be residency in some direction to obtain some specialization, and it will be basically the work as a doctor, but to enter this specialty. So the educational component will be the essential. In Ukraine it calls as internatura, so like internship, and it lasts for 3 years. And here in Italy and in Western Europe and in United States and in some other countries, Its residency lasts for 5 years, maybe even 6, I don't know, so it's longer. But the difference is that for people like me, I have to pay, I have to sign a contract and pay for my internatura in Ukraine. And there are also possibilities to be a doctor with a salary, the intern doctor, so it's the young doctor. But in this case, state will give you specialty they need, and usually these specialities are not popular, like general practice doctor or emergency doctors. These two specialties, I think mostly no one wants to enter, at least less of people they choosing these specialities, and in this case it's possible to receive the salary. It will be ridiculously low if we are talking about Ukraine. It will be even not enough to feed, maybe for some food, but it will be not enough to live normally. I mean, so it's I think it will be complicated, hard years for me. And since I know that now until now foreigners, they were not able to enter the internatura internship in Ukraine. At least if they are not a residents, if they do not have the residence of Ukraine, they cannot enter. But this year they kind of changed it, and I think there are some internship for 1 year, English speaking, at GP practice, general doctor, general practice doctor. I think there's something, but I'm not sure. So it's like this. I have to think about my future, and also another question that I want to discuss with you, to tell you briefly. It's why I'm not enrolled in Italian medical university, because I think it's almost all people, refugees who are young and they are students. They thought and they wanted to understand and collect information and understand if it is better to enroll for medical university in Italy, for example, or in other European countries. They are refugees, and some of them actually did that, but I'm not. And here's why. I have an example. My former group mates, she was quite I would say one of the best in the group. Her grades, her marks was always excellent, the very clever person. And why she is not my group mate now? Because she left, she took the documents from my university once she became a refugee in another European country, here near Italy, and she applied for medicine in that country, and it sounded very cool that she could do that so fastly. But now this year I got a news that she left this medical university, and she continues study 1 year younger than me. And so she returned after the year in my university in Ukraine to study online, and she left it in that country. And also she wants to apply for some non-medical specialty, so it's very hard. But the problem why she wasn't able, even she enrolled and studied for 3 years in the medical university of that European country, why she was not able to continue to graduate there, because of the language. I understood she is very quite fluent in the language of that country. She can speak like in the common life, in everyday life. She can understand people and she can answer and speak. Maybe not that fully, but anyway, it's enough to survive, to live in that country. But the medicine, and it's very hard because the amount of material she have to remember, and the specific expressions and some scientific words often they are compound of several words, and they're so specific and difficult. So for her was very hard to remember this, and she wasn't able to study to get the marks, at least like enough marks to pass the third year. So the third year for her wasn't successful, and she left the medical university. So it was a good experience for me to understand, good information. Experience is not that good for a person, but for me that I'm doing right, that I didn't enroll for medical specialty in Italy. Because when I came, they said that I have to have the certificate of knowledge Italian language, at least B2, but maybe I think it's not enough. And also, if I will enroll, I will have to start maybe from the first year of study, and then they will maybe accept some of my subjects, some exams, and maybe I will not attend all subjects because I already passed them for these years. But I cannot still enroll, for example, from the 5th year on the 5th or even on the 4th year of Italian university. On sure I will enroll on the 2nd or on the 3rd year, and these years I just hate them. They so stressful was for me, so hard that you know, that imagine if you had some very bad period of your life and you just survived, and it gave you so much stress, and they proposed me if I would think about if I would want that enrollment, they proposed me to return to this situation. So that girl, she wasn't Ukrainian, my former groupmate, she wasn't able to survive on 3rd year, so it's really risky. And I have like an advice for those people who want that it's very important that you have to be fluent in that language if you want, for example, enroll from the Ukrainian or other university in some European country, medical university, because language in the medical specialty is crucially important, because everything is built on the information, on the big, huge texts, highly scientific texts, and specific terms, specific words, very complicated, and a lot of them. And also then you have to communicate with the patient, and it also demands you to know very well language. Maybe some mathematics or physics specialty or other, they do not need that much because they have them formula, and it's like universal more, but the medical specialty is very hard. Thinking that I want to just graduate and have this diploma I dreamed always about, maybe not always, but the last years I decided to be a medical specialist, a doctor, and after there will be another challenges like residency or internatura, and it's also very big complicated question of choice and of abilities. Because the biggest for me is for refugee and for student, the biggest question is, and the biggest problem I think it's I'm not sure in the nearest future. So where I will live, what happened with Ukraine, with the war there, and it's of course adds some stress and some hesitations, and makes me think more. But anyway, I'm continuing to move on, and the 5th year is just started. Thank you for watching. I wish you good luck today and the nearest future. Bye bye.